Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are watching this video. I'm Bernard Charles from Chromamystic.com. I am doing color readings to show to you that you are part of an energetic field in the universe, and we are exposing that. So my Color Mage Oracle deck has been used over the years, and people have used it in individual settings. They use it for client readings, and I always knew that to produce such a high quality deck means it's expensive to produce. So what I did was create a digital app for that. So Color Mage Oracle online is that and then some. And then I realized that we could actually contain the connection that the decks have. I've always known that every single person who has the Color Mage Oracle is connected. And when you use that deck, you are making ripples in the universe, and you're sending signals. And so the Chromaverse is what I call it. It is now part, like you can visually see data in real time as more and more people do readings with the Color Mage Oracle deck. So that's why all of this is really new and exciting and thrilling, and there's a lot of conversations happening. There is very high level discussions taking place to try and orient what this means. By high level discussions, I mean I am me having a phone call with my higher self to orient this physical iteration of my own personal evolution and being able to build something that is truly unique, original, very deeply profound, and not to commodify what comes naturally to us. Highly sensitive people in the world understand what I'm talking about. And so that's why this is for you. This is for individuals that are deeply attuned to very nuanced situations. These are for the people who observe. This is for people who judge, and they don't judge from a place of high and mighty criticism. They judge from a place of attunement and alignment. And this is why I do what I do. It's about tuning into the vibration of aesthetics, of eras, of style before it even happens or appears. So, and I believe it originates with our mood first and foremost. So that is why I'm doing what I'm doing and why I'm bringing you along this journey, because I want to capture as much as I can with as much time that I have so that we can build something truly mind-blowing. So we are going to jump into a reading. Okay. I think today we'll do past, present, and future. And so this is setting our intention for the past, present, and future. So we kind of want to be very open, and we want to be intimate, vulnerable with ourselves, when we're thinking about our past, present, and future, we want to open space for forgiveness. That's also important. Forgiveness. So I am open to receiving information and messages from my past, present, and future. And we'll just keep it very open. Okay. I'm going to tune into these cards. This copy's too hot. So funny. I have a bunny. His name is Jasper. And I got Jasper during the pandemic. And I did a reading for myself the day before going to get him. This was like 6 years ago. And, well, it told me that Jasper would be a companion. So, and at that point, the color deck, there was a different, it was like follow the leader for Jasper. And then the color started to shift and it started to re-identify with it. So now it means steadfast, stewardship. It is about being a leader for nature and being a guardian of Earth, which it connects to the Earth Star chakra. Jasper is reminding you that you are connected to Earth. You have walked, or work with it. You have worked on yourself before, and nothing can diminish your progress that you made. You have done this before in different clothing and past lives. There's something very renewable about consciousness. And even though the messages and meaning is the same, how you do it and how you deliver it can look different, just depending on where you are in your current life and in your past lives and future lives. So Jasper is here to give you confidence and reassurance that what you're building and creating and thinking about requires a simple reminder: we are one. Now let's tune into the present. I'm going to go with this one. Eros, Lembus. The god of being Cupid. I want to say Eros is here is blossoming and bouncing with Jupiter. Pay attention to your Jupiter placement right now. And this is where Jupiter falls in your astrological birth chart. and Jupiter is all about expansion. So Eros energy is expanding, falling in love again with the same things you already have, but also recommitting to your sense of belonging in a greater and more expansive way. You are ready and open to be invited to the table. Believe in your skills to focus and don't be afraid to use your words, even if your words are sharp. Use your words and thoughts mindfully, not manipulative. Yeah, that feels right. Because you want to be loved exactly who you really are. Yeah. And this, in contextualizing this, it is deeply profound. It's like a bow and arrow string, and you need to know when it's your turn to take your shot. And you need to be mindful of the shots that you take and love. This is the message of just truly committing to love and to believe in love no matter what. So believing even if there's a lot coming through right now between relationships with family, work relationships, romantic relationships, your relationship to other human beings, even if those relationships were socially constructed or socially engineered, or this buzzword called parasocial relationships, meaning you're developing a relationship that is not directly but indirectly. It's what we do on social media all of the time. This is why we follow strangers who don't really know us. It's a very slippery slope if you're not conscious of that dynamic. So this is why Eros is here. Big energy. It's interesting. It's almost as if it's like leaving a stain on what has nourished you, and your energy, you have to own the energy that you bring to it, and how are you staining your relationships. So where are we heading? I am going to go with this one. Down the road of self-love with Damascus. Oh, I love this. it is just flowing. Damascus is about using self-love to orient your path forward, allowing yourself to feel beautiful and engage with the world around you. To step outside of your boring and responsibilities. Redecorate your space or rearrange and clean your space so that you can invite new energy. There is a marketplace, I'm going to say marketplace for you, because if I would have just settled at market, that would have commodified the experience. Market is more commercial, and it's not fully what it doesn't fully capture the essence of a socialized commerce. So marketplace brings this idea that there is space for you, and marketplace really celebrates diversity. Now I'm just in a period of rhyming. Damascus is a time where you celebrate what makes you different from others, and that's okay. There's more than enough to go around and be found. I love that. A little magic spell right there. So yeah, I'm vibing with this. Vibing with it. How do we feel? We feel hopeful. Okay. Okay. So every time you do a reading, you will, let me just speak to you. Your location is in your profile. And what that does is feed the Chromaverse. And this is important because the Chromaverse is something that all users have access to, and they get to type in their city or town, and you will see how that individual place is feeling based on the readings that people do. Your readings are anonymous. You do not have to put in, I encourage you not to put in any sensitive information, because this is still the world and there are still hackers and thieves and cheats and liars. But what I can tell you is that this is cybersecurity certified up the wazoo. So we try and do our best. And I would say what's really being annotated is your location and your feelings before and after a reading. I would say those are the two primary aspects to the formula and the equation, the mathematical equation that's in place, which is pretty profound and revolutionary. And I'm just like, overwhelmed with excitement and buzz every time I think about it, because what we're doing is giving, this is only one phase of this entire process and project. This can evolve into something quite mind-blowing, and it's almost as if you're standing before a pool of water and you get to just touch it with your finger, and it is like a crystal ball in a way. I wanted to build a tool for highly sensitive people to feel a sense of preparation in the world, a sense of orientation while we're teetering back and forth. And this is it. It totally can become more refined, but this is the tools we got, and this is where we are along this journey. And so I want you to wake up every day and do a color reading for yourself and share it with the Chromaverse, so that we together have data. We have our readings as data, our color cards. And then the cool thing is, and this is another reminder, is to use the colors in your life, because you are an active participant in this story. There are more of us than there are them. Them being the big, bad, and ugly. Okay, you know who I'm talking about, because you are highly sensitive. You are intuitive. You are in tune with that rippling. This is like a camera that takes a picture and can visually, physically, digitally observe that. It's pretty mind-blowing and profound. And I'm so excited that we're doing it together. And I'll show you the Chromaverse. This is where the readings go into, anonymously, of course, bit by bit. So every card that is pulled is attributing itself to a location. And over time, we get to see trends. We get to see in what is the collective mood. And it is mind-blowing. And then we can compare that against the mood of the news. I think that's also important, because tonality in the commercial infrastructure, in the socially engineered space, environments of media, that tone has been abused. So this is countering it for accountability. This is, we're not just allowing our moods to be misguided or misdirected to the best of our ability. I know we're human. I know our emotions. We can be very infatuated with our emotions in the moment, but we definitely want to capture those moments. We in a way to see how we're feeling throughout our days and weeks and months. We really want to color our own timeline. So this is the Chromaverse. You get to search for a city to see the mood. You get to see how the world is feeling at large. We were feeling hopeful a couple of days ago, and now we're back into anxiety. And then we have colors based on different styles and trends, the culture, basically. Jasper that we just pulled orients itself to connecting with Earth. Makes sense. The reds, we were picking up on the pink wavelength, but the red, I think, is on a macro level, is more dominant, and that's okay. I mean, we are in this season of weddings. We're in this season of like prom dates and young love. So all of this is making sense in where we actually are. And a very cool thing I wanted to incorporate was a pathway to heal as a collective. So if you're doing community service projects, these are elements to remind yourself of your goals, or if you're working on larger projects that are affecting on a bigger scale, these are avenues that you can pay attention to. We want to focus on promoting diplomatic engagement, people like dealing with other people of different cultures and belief systems. We want to be diplomatic. We want to be open to understanding and seeing them as human beings. We want to prepare ourselves for natural disasters. We just had earthquakes. There are tsunamis happening. There's climate change happening. So how can you prepare your physical environment for such? And then we want to be belonging. We want to promote solidarity. I think that's pretty profound. And this for $12 is going to give you a real-time report of a location that you look, but also the colors that are specific to that place. So you can use the hex codes are just colors in digital language. You can use those colors to create social media posts. You can use these colors to paint a picture for a client. Like if you have a client and you want to paint a picture or create some graphic design for said client in that space, boom. You can also, if you're moving or traveling and you're trying to figure out what colors to wear when you travel, you can, it's one time only, so it can change. So if you're traveling and you want to know what colors to wear, you can plop it in there. What makes it different compared to this is simply mood driven. This waypoint finder is specific to actual colors in those environments. Very cool. Yes, this is just absolutely fun and exciting. And I'm so happy to share this with you because this holds me accountable just as much as it does for you, because I've been doing this personally and privately, doing readings for myself, understanding the relationships between different colors and cards and the questions that I'm asking and the locations. I just want to elevate our vibrational frequency, and I understand that highly sensitive people like myself are picking up on the vibrations, and we don't know what to do with it. At least this is something for you to munch on while you are dealing with your own ripples in your own life and trying to navigate and keep focused on good energy, and just had to like build something that is real to me and real in the sense of the influence and impact this can have. So I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, just let me know. We are in this together because we're birds of the same feather, to stick with my rhyming vibe. Yeah, the links are in the description. Of course, just holler, send me a message. I am here. Until next time, love, light, and color.